Hi guys, welcome to our Avon Drive project. So this is the 6-bed HMO that we're project managed. So with this one, there was loads of issues with the builder and COVID-19 and things like that, which resulted in a delay of about 6 months. I think 5.5, 6 months. Originally, it was meant to have only taken, I think, 10 weeks, I believe. So it should have finished in, was it February?
Probably around, no, we started in March, so we would have finished probably around about May, June at a push.
Yeah, so it should have finished really May, June, but now we're in sort of November, end of November, start of December, and that's just purely delays. So in fact, it actually got to a stage whereby we had to do a video showing all the issues, but we're not going to publish it. So we won't publish it unless this is all resolved, and thankfully it's been resolved. Okay, so this is the final walk around, and actually it's going to tell you everything about it. One second.
Sure, so I will walk around and kind of just show everything that has been done. But I just kind of want to mention, as Tu says, we do this day in, day out. Managing builders, speaking to contractors, managing refurbs, pricing up refurbs for investors, for them builders to do. Delays can happen to anybody, especially during this period with COVID, etc. Now, for us, the biggest thing is just communication. Just be honest. Ultimately, if there are delays, we understand that they were going to happen. Again, what Tu said, this kind of was dragging on, and then it was sort of like positive signs, then a drag on, then positive signs, and it ultimately got to the stage where we said, right, we have got this much snagging after we had maybe done 3 or 4 snagging videos anyway. But we got to a final video where we said, if this is not done by this date, then we're going to have to publish this on social media, etc. It's not what we want to do. It's not how we like to do things. But from the main contractor, the finish at the time was just unacceptable. And given the fact that it was already 5 months overdue, we were expecting a good finish. So what I do is I'm going to walk you around, sort of show you everything. I'm going to point out some of the issues that we had, if I remember. It has been a little while now. So although we did kind of finish, we actually finished this sort of mid to late October. So we are in the start of December now, or getting to the start of December, but it has been finished for a while. We're just waiting for some more furniture to come. There's been a few late changes by the investor, and you can see some guys are actually back in doing a couple of things, but it's not something that we're managing. It's just finishing up really. So outside first was a little bit of a mess. Now we've just put a membrane down, put fresh stones down, cleaned it up, nice and functional. There were a couple of issues with the gates, and as you can see, there were still a few issues here, but things like that ultimately was just going to cost too much to repair, and it's not really going to bring any additional value. But we fixed the front gate, fixed in here, all good. Step into. So fresh liquor paint on the front door, again just to brighten it up. Now check it here. Okay, that's been boxed up, which is good. New RCD, nice, clean, functional, all labelled up. Into bathroom, which initially we were going to change the whole bathroom. It hasn't been done. Again, this is one of the issues, or were one of the issues in the snagging process, was we haven't done the bathroom, and so we're done. All good. Really, the only real change is this here and a fresh lick of paint, but for a downstairs WC, it does what we need it to do. Let me step into the first bedroom here too. So standard functional bedroom for us. The investor was and ahhing about what he wanted the end product to be. Again, we can only advise so much based on our experience, but is going to go for a professional HMO here. So in this room, again, as you've probably seen, which is pretty standard from a lot of what we've done, standard grey carpets. We've got decent quality blinds here, which do a pretty good job of blacking out, although they're not blackout blinds, they do a really good job. Furniture set as standard. We are just waiting for beds and chest of drawers, which again was just a bit of a late change by the investor. So those will be coming within the next week or so. So we've got one fridge out here. We've fully rewired the whole property. Brand new flooring throughout the whole property. New skirts have been painted. So excuse a bit of the mess in here. It was looking better the last time we were here. But this is the kitchen dining area. So again, nice high quality kitchen. We're switching this sink over now to just make it into a double sink. Yeah, ultimately it's just a good, really good functional space for us. You've got your built-in microwave, you've got your built-in oven here, freestanding cooker over there, and it's a good space, isn't it? Too. This room here is about think it's about 18 square meters or so, close to 18 square meters. So for use as a kitchen diner, really good space.
Yeah, very modern.
Yeah, very modern it is. And I think we were actually a little bit unsure as well, weren't we too, when we first came here, about sort of where you want to get it finished, but I think it's worked out. Conservatory again, nice lounge area, so you've got two separate lounge areas, the kitchen diner and the separate conservatory. As you guys will know, there's not many investors nowadays that are doing it where you have got two sort of distinct spaces. A lot of the time we're trying to get kitchen diner in all together. Looking good. So into the back. So we've had to replace the fencing all round. There was issues with actually getting the fencing, then again some delays with the builder. Garden, again, membrane down and just fresh stones and just a really, really good cleanup. So shout out to Maxons for that, garden and landscaping. Pretty straightforward. So it's a functional space. It can be used if, you know, tenants ever want to have barbecues, if they want to come out of here and relax, it can be used.
Yeah.
And it's going to be low to no maintenance. So apart from probably some shedding leaves, etc., which I don't think these don't really shed, do they? There you go then. Shows how much I know about gardening. But yeah, we're not going to have to do anything here. So I think with this too, I think the previous videos we've highlighted plenty of the issues, so I don't even really want to go through too many of the issues, but it was an issue a minute, wasn't it too? There were issues at every single stage, which is unfortunate, but we finally got there. The disappointing thing about this property with this builder is the fact that actually we're fairly happy with the finish now. It took going over the snagging, but we're quite happy, aren't we too, with what we've kind of produced and what the builders produced. It's exactly what we actually wanted. It's just unfortunate that we've had to go through probably one of the most stressful times that we've both been through in terms of building works. But you know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So we have installed a shower room in here. So the 2 bedrooms downstairs will obviously have use of this shower room there. Perfect. And I will take you upstairs. So this is a 6-bedroom in total. So although the bedrooms aren't huge, the actual living spaces are really good. So you've probably got the best part of 35 square meters, haven't you, of living space too, which is really good. You're not going to get that in a lot of HMOs. So the only real structural work we had was this 1 bedroom where we had to actually make it slightly bigger. It was just under the required 6.51 square meters. So we made it a little bit bigger. Again, you know, a decent, really decent functional space. Again, it's like walking into a mirror image, isn't it? Yeah. Exactly the same, but again, it makes it fairly easy for tenant selection. Even when the tenants come to pick their rooms, again, makes it fairly easy if all the decor is the same, everything is the same. You're not going to have people ultimately arguing about who's got the bigger room or who's got the smaller room, who's got the nicer one or who hasn't. I think that's probably something to think about in it too at the development stage, is you don't really want to have those kind of issues when it comes to tenant harmony. So yeah, this is probably the biggest room actually in the property. This is one that is dressed. So again, for us, really good space. All new fixtures and fittings. We have got a couple of beds delivered, so these are some nice small doubles, wooden frame beds. So yeah, we're happy with it. Brand new radiators and boiler throughout. Into the final room here. So yeah, for us, it's a really good functional space. The final part of the puzzle is the final bathroom, which was a little bit of a late addition to change. The investor originally didn't want to change it, but we got there in the end. So other than that, that is this property. I'm glad, you know, as much as we're glad that we went through it, it's difficult, we've got to the end, we're happy now, the investor's happy with the finished product, so happy days with this one.
Brilliant. So I think that's it for this particular property. Yeah. We're heading over to the other sites now and have a visit. See ya.